Alright, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. Today what I got in store is I'm going to be opening up and checking out some War of the Spark stuff. I got myself a War of the Spark bundle from the card game Magic the Gathering. It has 10 booster packs inside, it's got Liliana in the front. Let's just open up and see what's about. I haven't opened up any War of the Spark stuff yet, so I'm really excited to see what's inside. I know that there's like a new Ugin and there's a new Liliana, and it'd be really cool if we got some of those cards. And I believe there are even uncommon planeswalkers, so it's pretty bizarre. Haven't seen anything like that before. I know back in the day they had cards with leveling and some of those were uncommon, so it's kind of similar to that, I would say. And this one I got, actually the corner is a little bit bent. You can see it got mashed a little bit, but that's alright. It comes with this interesting little cardboard box. I'm not really sure what the point of this is. Cards don't fit in sideways this way, but you can fit cards in kind of long ways, just kind of sitting in there. I'm not really sure what this is. I use one of these to actually put my loose change in when I get home, which is pretty funny. So I'm not really sure the point of this. I got the little scanning thing just in case you try to steal it, it will go off. Got the nice little War of the Spark player's guide right here. Got Lily on the front, Ugin in the background. Really like the colors of this. Really like the colors of this bundle box as well. Really like green and some blue. Let's check out the art, if there is art on here as well. Did get a little bit of a bend in it, but that's all right. These are always pretty fun. Oh, nice. It's a length one. You got Vraska, Teferi, Gideon, and Liliana all fighting Ugin. Is he in the background somewhere? I'm not really sure. Standing on some sort of cliff top. It's a very sunny day, so there's a lot of reflection going on. Extremely beautiful weather. Hope it's beautiful weather for everyone else today as well. But really cool here. Got Liliana, Gideon, Teferi, got his sword, Vraska, standing on a cliff. 2019 Wizard of the Coast, illustrated by Carla Ortiz. Beautiful. So I'll set this in the background. Got the symbol for Magic down there. Gonna set this in the back. You got the nice little War of the Spark player's guide. I don't really want to look at all the cards because I want to be surprised. It's Planeswalkers Clash, Amassing the Eternal Army, War of the Spark. Oh, I forgot to look on the back of this as well. Let's just see what's included in this set as well. Got the player's guide. You got 10 to 15 card War of the Sparks booster packs, War of the Sparks card box, a spin down life counter, color may vary, plus 2 reference cards. They brought back the reference cards. Maybe they always had them. And an 80 card basic land pack. Interesting. The last bundle I had 5 promo lands. I think it was like Guilds of Ravnica or Ravnica Allegiance. They had like 5 promo lands in there as well. I guess they took that out. Manufactured in the USA. Die manufactured in China. Magic the Gathering. The ultimate battle begins. A single planeswalker is a force to be reckoned with. An army of planeswalkers represents enough raw power to reshape the world or destroy it. Here, planeswalkers from countless worlds have converged for an all-out war that will decide the fate of the multiverse. Crazy idea. All the planeswalkers are coming together to save the day. It's got the bundle. It's a bundle. Ages 13 plus for the Sparks with 10 booster packs. And then you got the nice little pamphlet as well, the player's guide. Really like these literatures, and it's cool that they put these little hole punches here in case you want to put it in like a folder, like to collect the set of the cards. You can also clip it in the 3-ring binder folder as well, which would be pretty cool. War of the Spark, and just some information here. The Mastermind, Nicol Bolas. We got Jace, you got Gideon going on over here. Vraska, this is one of the new ones. And just it goes through all of the cards as well. There's some cool god cards as well in here. A lot of cool legendary. The set symbol for this set reminds me of Hours of Devastation, but it has like little hair on it, I would say. And it kind of gives you a brief little, shows you all the cards in the set, which is pretty cool. A nice little information here. It shows you all the cards. You see some uncommons, planeswalkers going on. And a lot of fun right here. And on the back of it, not sure, some sort of angels. Can't talk right now. I'm late for Friday Night Magic. Wizards.com/FNM. Nice little pamphlet. Got the lovely little card box as well. Nice. I got myself a black dice. How awesome is that? And it definitely looks like the Hours of Devastation symbol, but it looks like it has like hairs on it or something like that. Some sort of like trident. Almost reminiscent of this right here. Kind of has like hairs on it as well. Nice. I got myself a black colored dice. And then you got 10 booster packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. The 2 of the reference cards, they're just kind of thrown in there. Interesting. On your turn, you got begin, untap, turn your cards upright, draw a card, main phase, playing land, only 1 per turn, cast creature spells and others, combat, declare attackers, your opponent declares blockers, combat damage is dealt, main phase again, play land if you haven't already, cast creature and other spells, and creatures heal, pass the turn. Interesting. I like how they say that, creatures heal. So I guess they go back to their normal strength and toughness. Interesting. Never thought about it that way. Building a deck. A standard Magic deck must have 60 cards at least. Choose 1 or 2 colors to build with at first. You can play up to 4 copies of any card, except basic lands. You can play as many of those as you want, so you can have as many basic lands as you want. A typical deck will have 24 to 25 lands, 17 to 22 creatures, and 13 to 18 other spells. Nice little information here. On the back of it, standard format is 60 card deck made of most recent Magic the Gathering, most recent released Magic sets. Booster draft. Players open booster packs and take turns picking cards from the boosters to build a 40 card deck. Commander, each player chooses a legendary creature to be their commander and makes a 99 card deck around that creature. Shows you the formats that they have. I really like these information here. If you're new to the game, it's pretty cool. I would suggest starting with a starter set before this, just probably easier to handle. And then I got myself the land pack as well. Wow. Look at the land. It looks like there's kind of fire going on there. Kind of want to open up this land pack to just check out some of the art. Looks like, let's see. And I do like how they did add these in the bundles as well. This tiny little middle section divider as well. You can just throw extra cards in there or something like that. Really separate in here because sometimes the cards will just slosh around. So I really do like that. Looks like I got a bunch of lands. Wow, these are pretty cool, these lands. It looks like a fire's happening. The city's just under fire. You got like some spark elemental flying in the sky right there. And there's a bunch of planes. So there's like 3 different types of planes, it looks like. Just like a lot of ruins going on. Got like the Batman symbols in the sky right there. Interesting art. It looks like the spark elemental jumped over to the plains right there. A bunch of cityscapes going on. Island, got some golden city gate. It's the top of that building right there. All these cards, the islands has the symbol in the sky right there. This one has a symbol in the sky. This one has a symbol in the sky as well. Really showing you the city and that they're calling for help because the city's definitely under attack. Again, you can see like the little spark elementals or whatever flying through the city. Look at that, like the nexus. It's definitely where Ugin looks like it's coming from. This one's very different. Interesting art that they chose. I really like it all centered around this kind of similar theme of the city. It's under attack and they need to stop the day. Or save the day, I mean. Interesting. Then you got the mountain. Looks like some sort of temple. Flying obelisks in the sky. Looks like a volcano. You got the spark elements again flying through there. The lightning going on. Cool land. I really like it. Look at that. Just wanted to thumb through these lands as well. Let's check out the forest. Ooh, beautiful lush green forest. Got the fall leaves going on. Love the colors. Got the spark elements flying in the sky again. Look, some beautiful colors. Look at the depth on this picture. This is by Jonas D. Rowe. Beautiful. And you got the spark elementals. Just wanted to thumb through these lands. So they give you, I believe, how many lands is it? Let me check. They give you 80 card basic land packs. They'll give you a lot of lands to make whatever deck you would like, which is pretty cool, especially for new players. So here is the lands. Got the box itself. Got the 2 little rule kit cards. Got the dice. I got the black spin down dice, which is pretty nice. Really like that one. And then you got the packs themselves. Let's just open it up and see what it's about. I got Teferi on this one, holding up some orb. War of the Spark 15 card booster pack 2019. This is the set that's out right now. Let's just see what it is about. Got Teferi's Time Twister, 1 in a blue. It's an instant. Exile target permanent you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next untapped and next end step. If it entered the battlefield as a creature, it enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Wow, so you can like flash a creature and save it, and then it gives it more strength. How cool is that? And you can see, looks like a lightning bolt's coming to hit Teferi, but he stopped it. He's getting more power. You can see the people in the background shielding their faces, thinking that it's all over, but he saved the day. This is drawn by Ralph Horsley. Cool. I'm pretty sure the power in this set is pretty great. You got Grim Initiate, 1 red, creature zombie war with first strike. Wow, it's a 1-drop for first strike, and it has when it dies amass 1. It's a 1/1. How like this? The power in this set is pretty ridiculous. It's a 1/1. That's a 1-drop with first strike, and when it dies, you amass 1. And amasses put a 1/1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control 1, create a 0/0 black zombie armor creature token first. So when it dies, you make a 1/1 creature token. And it's a zombie as well, so it could be tribal. How cool is that? And it's got first strike. Got some like blue face. Looks like a big slash on it. Interesting, like Egyptian sort of weapon looking like. Beautiful blue sky by Jason Felix. Ooh, Jason. Got a martyr for the cause, 1 and a white. Looks like he's got a crazy look on his face. His shield definitely looks like it's being broken. And he's got his sword open, and you can see these talons coming right at him. Human soldier. Martyr for the cause dies. Proliferate. Choose any number of permanents and/or players. Then give each other another counter for each kind already there. So it's a 2/2, and when it dies, proliferate. So if you have like a planeswalker with some counters on it, or a creature with a 1/1 counter on it, you get to add another one to each of them. How cool is that? Proliferate is a great ability. This is driven by Zoltan Boros. Got a Spark Reaper. Again, the same like zombie token army guys. Got some blue energy coming in his chest, sort of like Iron Man. You can see his sword's on the ground. It's over for him. He's got some creepy looking blue face. Doesn't even have a mouth. 2 and a black. Creature zombie. It's 2/3. 3. Sacrifice a creature planeswalker. Gain 1 life and draw a card. Wild. It's a 2/3. And this is drawn by Zoltan Boros again. Got Courage in Crisis. 2 end up green. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature, then proliferate. So you put a 1/1 counter on a creature, and then you proliferate. So even if there's only that one creature on the battlefield, you add another counter to it as well. How cool is that? By Mika Eston. Got some green energy emitting from her hand. Got some blood on her face, and looks like this old man died in her arms. Crazy. Got Burning Prophet, 1 in a red. Human Wizard, it's a 1/3. Got this big ball of fire with a skull in it, looking like, kind of looks like the zombie token, zombie amass token, and some red eyes going on, some flames swirling around. Drawn by Matthias Kolros. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Burning Prophet gets +1/+0 until end of turn, then scry 1. So cool. You give it some strength, and then you get a scry as well. Got a Obnixis Cruelty, 2 and a black. Some really good, powerful cards in this set for sure. Looks like Obnix with some Dove that he appeared out of nowhere, bringing new life into everything. Got the Fire Dove, really cool art right here. We got Igor Kuriluk. Target creature gets -5/-5 till end of turn. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. That's pretty impressive. Give it -5/-5 for only 3 mana. Very great power right here, and it's only a common. That's incredible. It's an instant speed. Wow, these cards are pretty strong. They really weren't playing around. Got Jaya's Greeting. Got Jaya right there. The Elderly Pyromancer burning this army token. So there's a huge theme with this zombie army tokens coming out, and they're all fighting them in a lot of the art. 1 in a red. Jaya's Greeting deals 3 damage to target creature, and then scry 1. We have visitors. Well, it'd be rude not to give them a traditional Curl Keep welcome. Burn them in the face. Just burning this guy as he's trying to stab her. By Victor Edame Minguez. Got myself a totally lost 4 and a blue. I was going to say this is the art with the little guy walking in the city, but now it looks like he's on top of Ugin's head or something like that. This big statue of Ugin. How did he get up there? How awesome. This is probably my favorite art so far by Aaron Miller. So much fun. You can see he's like a metal replica of Ugin. He's riveted together, and somehow this little Mike Wazowski's cousin got lost on top of there, the city in the background. Did he climb it himself? I have no idea. But target an online permanent on top of its owner's library. At least this was better than a week at the Fairy Ravine review. Cool. Got a Centaur and Nurturer, 3 and a green. Looks like this elf creature, or it's a druid, Centaur druid, is growing trees, using their energy to grow this beautiful tree. Really like the blues and whites coming out there. So 2/4, when it enters the battlefield, gain 3 life, and has tap to add 1 mana of any color. Pretty cool. So some life gain, and also tap to add mana of any color. I call upon the vigor of the grasses, the hopes of the flowers, and the dreams of the trees. Cool. Even Emandense. Really cool art. Looks like I'm on to the first uncommon. Got myself an Evolution Sage, 2 and a green. It's a creature, elf druid. It's a 3/2. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate. How cool is that? Hopefully you're going to be putting a land down every turn. So every turn, if you have this person out, you can add another counter on whatever permanent you have with counters. How awesome is that? This is a great card as well. Cool art. Looks like he's protecting himself with some sort of green tree energy. You can see the city in the background. Cool. This is drawn by Simon Dominic. Got a Lazotep Plating, 1 in a blue. Looks like the zombie creature, the army creature. Its armor is deflecting the lightning bolt like it's nothing. 1 in a blue. It has a mass 1. Put a 1/1 counter on an army you control, so they're army tokens. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. So that's pretty cool. For 2 mana, you give yourself hexproof, and then you also put a zombie token creature on the battlefield, or you can just add another counter on an army token. And this is done by Yon Hao Han. Cool. Looks like I got an uncommon planeswalker. How cool is that? I don't know if you can only get one planeswalker in a pack or two. I'm not sure. This is Kaya, Bane of the Dead. 3 and 3 black or white or any combination. It's a legendary planeswalker. Got her purple dagger and purple energy in her eyes. She's got 2 of them. She's like literally coming out of a wall, of a portal wall. How wild is that? Your opponents and permanents, your opponent's control with hexproof can be the target of spells and abilities you control, as they didn't have a hexproof. So even if they have hexproof, she can use her magic to get through them. -3, exile target creature. How cool is that? 6 to put out, and right away you can exile a creature, and you can do that twice. There's no plus ability, so you have to use a card with like proliferate to increase its loyalty. If not, you're just gonna have to negative it twice, and then it only has one loyalty left, and you can't really do anything else with it unless you add some more on. Cool. This is my Magella Villeneuve. Cool, so this is a planeswalker. How wonderful is that? Put this here. I got a Dread Horde Arcanist, 1 in a red. This is a zombie. It is my rare. It has trample. It's a 1/3. Whenever a Dread Horde Arcanist attacks, you may cast target instant and sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the power from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If the card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. That's pretty intense. So if you have an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, and it's less than the power of this card, you can cast it for free. That's pretty powerful right there. If you put some counters on it or something like that, proliferate a bunch of times, just get its power up, you can pretty much be casting cards every time you attack. You got some crazy zombie guy in the background. Got Nicola Bolas's like horns on this trident right here, just emitting all this energy. Crazy. This is by G Host Lee. Got myself a plains, and then a zombie army token. Start your weekend like a boss. Interesting. Got myself a land as well, and then the rare. So I'll be setting the planeswalker cards here, the uncommons here, the rares here. Anyways, that was the first pack. Pretty sweet. I think there is a planeswalker in every pack, which is pretty awesome. You got Gideon on the front of this one. It'd be cool if we can get myself a Liliana. That'd be fun. Got myself a Lexodon Sergeant, 3 and a white vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control gain vigilance till end of turn. I love vigilance. Really awesome. You can attack and then use it as a blocker next turn. It's a 3/3 elephant soldier. Interesting art. Looks like he's got some gold armor on his face and trunk. He's got to protect his trunk as well. Looks like a little face on his belly right there, green eye, and the belt going through the mouth, and his battle axe and his staff. By Jesper Easing. Cool art. Got myself a Casamana's Transmutation. Looks like this big old frog guy. Really cool art. Look at that. Just a giant frog. It looks like a bird, griffin, owl right there. I'm not really sure. And he's just crouching. Black eyes. 1 in a blue. Enchantment or enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities in base tower. Toughness 1/1. Hop away now, little Eternal. Go eat some flies. They turn him into a frog. Oh, I think it turned the zombie army into a frog. Cool art. By Urin Voth. Goblin Assault Team. Ooh, some goblins going on. 3 in a red. Haste Goblin Warriors. It's a 4/1 creature, and when Goblin Assault Team dies, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It's kind of expensive, but it has haste. It's 4 for a 4/1, and it dies. You put a 1/1 counter on it so you can attack right away. Looks like a horde of goblins coming on to help save the day against those zombies. Cool. It's drawn by Zoltan Boros. Got Soren's Thirst, 2 black. Cool. Looks like it's a vampire just sucking out the blood or energy from this person here. You got Ugin in the background. Look at that crazy glowing sword. Looks really hot. Instant. Soren's Thirst deals 2 damage to target creature, and you gain 2 life. I see you're out of the wall. Just taking the energy away by Darken. Got a Karul Stinger. Some insect. Does it have reach? No, it has Death Touch. 2 and a green for a 2/2 creature with Death Touch. Insect Assassin. Some sort of praying mantis. You can see the dead body lying down in the corner. Definitely hit him with the Death Touch. Got the crazy praying mantis arms on his chest. Just walking along like a living death machine. By Randy Vargas. Got another Burning Prophet. Cool art. I like the skull in the center of there. Got a Relentless Advance. 3 in a blue. Got the tokens coming at you. The zombie tokens with a mass 3. Put a 1/1 counter on a mass army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black army token creature first. So you put 3 You put 3 counters on an army you control, or make a 3/3 army token. And it shows them 3 of them there, but I guess they attack together, so it just makes the toughness of 3. This is drawn by Stanton Feng. Got a Centaur and Nurturer, 3 and a green. Enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. Add 1 mana of any color to 2/4. Got that one before. Got a Demolish. This one again. Destroy land or artifact. 3 and a red for Demolish. For every inch of land they take from us, we take it back, or we burn it. Give them nothing. Just a battlefield going on right there. Reminds me of some of the Plains art, to be honest. Wow. Alright. That was drawn by Adam. And then the next card I got is a Lazotep Reaver. 1 and a black. You got some interesting blue color. Reminds me of like a scarab or something like that. Looks like some dog creature, some wolf. Zombie beast. Enters the battlefield, a mass 1, so it comes in the battlefield with a creature. If not, you just put a 1/1 counter on an army you control, give it more power. It's a 1/2 for 1 and a black. So it comes. That's cool. It's a 2 that comes in for 2 creatures. That's pretty sweet. Nice card. Got myself a Cruel Celebrant, 1 white and a black creature vampire. Whenever it or another creature planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's a 1/2. Really great for a sacrifice deck or something like that. Or yeah, no, great for a sacrifice deck because you make your opponent lose life for each sacrifice. You probably get something out of the sacrifice, and then you also gain life from it. That's pretty awesome. It's a 1/2 creature for just 2 mana. That's a great card by Bastien de Hamir. It's an uncommon. Got Bond of Rivalry. I got 4 in a black. Cool art going on right there. Looks like these sisters or something are holding up their hands. Crazy horns on her. Interesting elf creature. They make some sort of symbol in the middle. And are they working together? I hope so. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste until your next turn. That's great. So it's even better than Rise from the Grave. It gives the creature haste. And you put it on your battlefield. How cool is that? This is drawn by Lake Hurwitz. Got myself another uncommon planeswalker. Got Casmania. Enigmatic Mentor. 3 and a blue. Legendary planeswalker. Casmania. Spells your opponent cast that target a creature planeswalker you control costs 2 more to cast. It's got 5 loyalty when it comes in, and -2. Create a 2/2 blue wizard creature token, draw a card, then discard a card. So you create a 2/2 blue creature wizard token for wizard tribal, and then you get a loot. This is drawn by Magela Villeneuve. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Cool art right there. You got the planeswalker, got her staff, got some blue energy emitting from her hand, got a blue shiny diamond on her chest. Everyone's just saving the day. You can see some of the buildings in the background have some like holes on them. The whole city's just literally falling apart. Next card I got, put this up here. Bolus's Cadet. 3 and 3 black legendary artifact. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to convert its mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. Sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. Wow, so if you have a bunch of creatures out, if you have 10 of them, you can make your opponent lose 10 life. You have to sacrifice a whole lot of things though, by Jonas D. Rowe. Interesting art. This was one of the arts that was actually on one of the lands. I think it was the mountains. I'm just curious for myself. I think it was the mountain. Actually, no, it was the swamp right there. That's what the art is. How cool is that? This is by Richard Wright. Interesting. It's different artists drawing the same sort of set. Interesting. Legendary artifact going on right there. Then I got my forest, and then an emblem. Lands you control have indestructible. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the next one. Got a Crushed Descent. 3 in the blue. Counter target spell, and the controller plays 2. And a mass 2. How cool is that? Look at this guy. You can see the pain on his face. He's got this mass token. Just holding him down. All these interesting blue colors. The pain. By Mike Breiberek. Got myself a Chain Whip Cyclops, 4 in a red, 3 in a red. Target creature can't block this turn, so make something unblockable. It's a 4/4. Well, if they only have 1 creature out, you can pay as much as you want to make the whole army unblockable. He's fighting these army of zombie tokens. Interesting. Wearing the skull of some sort of mammoth or something. Wild art. It's by Jonan Bowden. Got Teo's Light Shield, 2 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It's an illusion for 0/3. It doesn't have defender, but it doesn't have any strength or power. By Igor Kiriluk. Looks like a shield is up. Reminds me of like a wall token or something like that. Got myself Aid the Fallen, 1 and a black. Got some purple energy emitting from this person's hand. Looks like they're taking the life out of them. It's hard to tell. Looks like it got stabbed with an arrow as well. Choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. So you can choose one or both. How cool is that? Only for 2 mana? That's awesome. Return a creature and a planeswalker. By Sarah Winters. Cool art. Got Return to Nature. Some of these cards are very powerful. 1 and a green. Choose one. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target enchantment. Exile target card from a graveyard. This is a great card to get rid of some enchantments, some artifacts, or get rid of a card in someone's graveyard. How awesome is that? Yes, nature is stronger. You don't see little buildings sprouting on trees. Exactly. You see trees sprouting on buildings. Looks like an axe, but it's turning into a fungus fest. This is beautiful art by Elena Danner. Cool art. Great card as well. Got Band Together. 2. Is it banding? That's why. 2 and a green instant. Up to 2 target creatures you control. Each deal damage equal to their power to another target creature. So that's cool. You have 2. If you have our opponent has a 4/4 out and you have 2 2/2s out, use this card, put their powers together, and then have it deal damage to another creature. How cool is that? By Josh Hess. Got myself a Gateway Plaza. It looks like some crazy land with some sort of vortex going on in there. It looks like a black hole just sucking in energy. Almost looks like a skull. Gateway Plaza. It's a land. It's a gate. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice unless you pay 1. Add 1 mana of any color. So it's one of those lands that you gotta pay for 1 when it comes in, but it produces any mana if you want later. And that was drawn by Sang Cho. Got myself a Trusted Pegasus. 2 and a white. Creature Pegasus flying. When it attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying till end of turn. It's a 2/2. Great card. Lovely sunset in the background. Really cool Pegasus flying there. Got some armor on. Looks like Gideon's giving it a pet. Got some dragons flying in the sky. By Chris Ron. Great art. Got a Arlen's Wolf. 2 and a green. Arlen's Wolf can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. It's a 3/2. Green eyes coming out there. Got some wolves coming in. Cool. By Komonos Theodosio. Not sure to pronounce these names. A lot of them are hard for me to pronounce. Got Prison Realm. 2 and a white enchantment. When Prison Realm enters the battlefield, exile target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls until Prison Realm leaves the battlefield. You can see Ugin's in some sort of prison. Some restraints on him. His wings are down. Looks like he's got rings on his tail as well. Very interesting. Looks like his crown is in the background. It's hard to tell, but Ugin is taped up. When it enters the battlefield, you get a scry 1 as well. So that's cool. You get a pretty much exile a creature or planeswalker for 3 mana and then scry 1. This is drawn by Darren. This is what? Spotlight Act 3. Huh. I'm not sure what that is. Very interesting. I have to check out what that means. Is that from like a book or something like that? This is Dread Horde Twins. 3 and a red. Zombie Jackal Warrior. When it enters the battlefield, amass 2. And it's a 2/2 zombie tokens you control have trample. So if you make your giant army token like a 10/10, give it trample. How cool is that? This giant Egyptian style like a mass zombie tokens coming right at you, pushing these guys off the walls. You can see his shadow, he's falling. Really great art as well. Crazy blue colors. They're drawn by Johannes Voss. Looks like I got myself another uncommon planeswalkers. Got Samut, Tyrant Smasher, 2 and 2 green or red, any combination of them. Legendary Planeswalker, Samut. Creatures of control have haste. Comes in with 5 loyalty. You -1. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste until end of turn, and then scry 1. This was drawn by Aliska Bricolot. Looks like lightning is emitting from their energy. Crazy looking dreadlock hair. The towers in the background. And you give all your creatures haste. And you can give them strength, this card as well. Nice. Then it looks like the rare I got is a plane-wide celebration. So the whole plane is celebrating. Looks like the victory is over. You got Ugin. You can see obviously toppled over. Got the birds flying, representing new life. Got some balloons flying in the sky as well. Choose 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. Create a 2/2 citizen creature token. That's all colors. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Proliferate. And you gain 4 life. So literally you can pick one of the, you can pick this first You can pick this one 4 times, you can proliferate 4 times, or any of them 4 times, or any combination of them. So how cool is that? And yeah, you can make a bunch of tokens, return a bunch of permanents to your hand, add a bunch of counters on, or gain a bunch of life. For a great card for 7 mana. This is drawn by Winsu Tang. And it looks like I did get a foil. Got a Banehound. Wow, this is a really cool foil. Look at the eyes. It got 6 eyes going on, some crazy teeth. It's a Nightmare Hound with lifelink and haste. It's a 1/1 for 1 black. What a great card. Lifelink and haste, attack right away. How cool is that? By YW Tang. Great card. So I will put, wow, the foil cards definitely feel very thick. Interesting. It feels very thick, and I got myself a spirit token as well. It reminds me of a morph token, if you ever know what that is. Now it looks like I'm onto a Liliana pack right here. Let's go ahead and open this one up. No rare planeswalkers yet, but I expect that'll be tougher. Or new legend. It's weird. There's uncommon, rare, and legendary planeswalkers. Got the transmutation again. Really cool card. Got a Samut Sprint. Samut is this guy right here, or girl. Looks like she's running literally on the side of a wall. You got some Ugin dragon in the sky right there. Got lightning. Reminds me of some of the Roman gods or something like that. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste on turn. Scry 1. So pretty much this one red card does what the negative ability does here. Gives it haste, +2/+1, and scry. How cool is that? And it's instant speed. This is drawn by Aliska Bricolt. Got a War Screecher. It's like a Falcon Hawk coming at you with armor on it. You got Ugin on the top of there, like Godzilla. 1 and a white flying. 5 and a white. Tap other creatures control. Get +1/+1 till end of turn. It's a 1/3. You can give a whole bunch of strength to a whole bunch of creatures on the board if you'd like. Which is drawn by Dan Scott. Got Saphir's Time Twist again. Got the Karul Stinger again. Got, ooh, it looks like some sort of hippo. Wow, look at that. How did that happen to be? The zombie army was like, we need zombie hippos. Lazotep, a behemoth, 4 and a black creature, zombie hippo, 5/4. I know I should be more concerned, but a big blue zombie hippopotamus from beyond the stars. This is what they're invading us with. That's exactly what I thought. How wild is that? This is probably one of my favorite cards right now. It's a giant zombie hippo that they're using for their own gain by Zeshu Shen. What a fun little card. Got Colossal Dismissal, 1 in a blue. Some blue energy emitting from this guy's chest, his head. You got the beautiful sunset in the background. Got some crazy amass zombie token in the background as well. Return target non-land permanent to his owner's hands and amass 1. I think I got this one before. Looks like I got Nahiri's Stone Blades. She's got these blades literally made out of stone that are like grafted to her arm. It looks like you can see a body flying in the background, rubble falling everywhere. Not sure she's falling off a building or an earthquake's happening. Hard to tell. 1 in a red. Instant. Up to 2 target creatures. Each get +2/+0 until end of turn. For 2 mana, you can add some strength to 2 creatures. How cool is that? By Mika Epstein. Got a Band Together again. Got a Prismite. Interesting. Artifact Golem. It's a 2 for a 2/1 creature. It has 2 at 1 mana of any color. You can pump in a bunch of mana to make whatever mana we want. Really cool coloring on this guy. Extremely metallic looking. Nice reflection on it. Looks like he's made out of geodes or something like that. Walking in the city. This is drawn by Alana Danner. Looks like I got Dormir's Ambush. Red and a green. It's a sorcery. Got this crazy lynx cat coming on right there, beautiful, and this guy's coming right with it, the red stripe in his head, and a battle axe. It was drawn by Victor Adame Mingus. It's a sorcery. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So put a counter on one of your creatures and then have it like deals damage to a creature or planeswalker. Awesome. Some removal as well. It's the uncommon. Got myself a Vizier of Scorpion, 2 and a black zombie wizard. When it enters the battlefield, amass 1. It's a 1/1. Zombie tokens you control have Death Touch. That's a great card right there. But it's only zombie tokens you control. So zombies you control don't have Death Touch. Just the zombie army tokens you control do, or whatever token you make. Would be great for a zombie deck. There's some great cards in here that will be wonderful in a zombie deck. This is drawn by Zach Stella. Beautiful blue guys. Looks like he's giving them poison in their faces, imbuing them with some sort of poison from his weird little staff, just literally pouring into their faces. He's got the poison, and the other ones are waiting. Terrible. Looks like I got a Firemind Vessel, 4 generic for an artifact. Enters the battlefield tapped. Oh wow, it has tap, add 2 mana of different colors. That's pretty cool. Looks like some sort of a lizard. Lightning blowing out of his face. They're by Jenna Ravenna. Cool. And it looks like I did get a rare planeswalker. I got a Dormir, an Arch of Bolus. He does have a +1 ability, so I only think uncommons only have a negative ability. This is a red and a green. Legendary planeswalker, Dormir. Creatures you control get +1/+0. That's just across the board. Your creatures are stronger. And it has +1. Add red or green to your mana pool. Creature spells you cast can't be countered. Creature spells you cast this turn can't be countered. That's pretty sweet. And it has -2. Target creature control fights target creature you don't control. Well, that's pretty cool. This is by Raymond Swanland. So give your creatures a lot more strength to get more +1. You can have it fight creatures for removal, and then you can make your spells uncounterable. That's pretty sweet. Nice little rare right there. I'll sit this in the Planeswalker pile. And I got a servo token. Well, I haven't seen a servo token in a while. Well, core set 2020. Oh man, they're getting ready for that already. I'm still getting used to 2019. Ravnica. Looks like I got a Bulwark Giant, 5 and a white creature, giant soldier. Enters the battlefield, gain 5 life. It's a 3/6, just giant woman blocking some stuff, literally picking up the little goblin guy who's injured. He's got some blood on his arm and his head, and she's saving the day, saving the little goblin guy. You go, girl. She got arrows in her little tiny shield right there. Lucky she has the shield there. And she's just brushing away these little zombie mass tokens like they're nothing. Literally flung them in the sky. By Victor Anime Mingus. Beautiful art. Ooh, this is cool. Got Kiora's Dam Breaker. Oh, Kiora, the Merfolk person. Yep, she's riding this giant Leviathan. 5 and blue. It is a Leviathan. It's a 5/6. When it enters the battlefield, proliferate. Cool. Look at that. Some giant Loch Ness monster, and she's riding it. Crazy. This was drawn by, who drew this? Matthias Kolros. Got Raging Crunch. 2 and a red. Some crazy looking bull creature with like swords on his neck. Wild. They just put it on there and they're going to let it run. It's on a chain at least. Creature beast. Can't attack alone. It's a 4/3. It needs some brains for it to attack. This is drawn by Steve Prescott. Got Gideon's Sacrifice. 1 white. Looks like Gideon is sacrificing himself into Liliana. And they're going to use their super. Choose a creature planeswalker you control. All damage that would be dealt to this turn to you and permanent you control is dealt to the chosen permanent instead if it's still in the battlefield. And this is drawn by Chris Rallis. This is interesting. Spotlight Act 3. I'm not sure what that is. That from a book or something like that? MTGstory.com. I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure if this little URL is only on cards with the spotlight on it. Cool. Got a Deathbearer Giant. 5 and a black. It's a giant warrior. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card and lose 1 life. It's a 4/5 creature, and when it comes in, you draw a card. Some giant automaton fighting off these little zombie tokens. And he's holding some sort of prison box right there. Not sure what it is, but it must be very important if he's holding it while there's a whole bunch of armies just swinging at him right there. Interesting. I wonder what zombies would do against these blue guys. Would they fight them, or would they join them? Got Vivian's Grizzlies. 2 and a green. You got the Spirit Grizzly Bear. Got Vivian in the background shooting her Spirit Arrow as well. Got people, the town folk in the background. You can see them. 2/3. 3 and a green. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card or planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. If you don't, put that card in your hand. Put it in the bottom of your library. It's a 2/3. This is drawn by Louis Lascido. It's a bear spirit. Looks like I got Wall of Runes, got the text, and got the guy trying to go through it, the zombie token, but he ain't. 1 blue, beautiful colors like the oranges. Defender, enters the battlefield, you scry 1, it's a 0/4 by Zahulo Chen. Get Divine Arrow, oh man, it just literally shot the Pegasus with its rainbow, and you can see its soul or something is just coming out of his mouth. 1 and a white, got this guy, he's falling off the Pegasus as well. Instant, Divine Arrow deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Boom, instant speed. This is drawn by Kieran Yanner. Again, Spotlight Act 3. Interesting. Got another Prismite. Got a Spark Harvest. 1 black. Sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 3 and a black. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Wow, so you could literally, you can sacrifice a creature and pay 1 mana and destroy a creature or planeswalker. That's pretty sweet. The power in this set is very interesting, especially in a sacrifice deck. This would be great. You can see the zombie mass tokens being sacrificed. And he's taking that person with him. Interesting glowing face by Kira Yanner. Price of Betrayal. Got Liliana there. Got some Gideon energy flowing through her, it looks like. Purple hands, 1 black mana. Sorcery, remove up to 5 counters from target artifact, creature, planeswalker, or opponent. How cool is that? I was just thinking about poison counters, but you don't want to remove poison counters from your opponent. Interesting. This is drawn by Ran E. What a great card. You can literally get rid of a planeswalker with that. Looks like I got Elite Guard Mage, 2 a white and a blue. Giant guy, it looks like creature, human, wizard. Got his birds with him, some owls, some familiars. Huge, got the big symbol in the sky that was on a bunch of the lands. Flying, when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and draw a card. So 2/3 with flying. Cool, I like the owls. This is drawn by Pindersky. And it looks like I got another planeswalker, a Narset, Parter of Veils, 1 and 2 blue. Legendary Planeswalker, Narset. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. That's a really great ability. It's 5 loyalty when it comes in. -2. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, you can kind of draw a card if you have a bunch of non-creature, non-land cards in your library. This is drawn by Magela Valentuve. Not sure to pronounce it. Interesting art. And it looks like I got myself a Widespread Brutality. Looks like very sad picture. These zombie tokens are destroying the city. Everyone's running. Get the crying baby right there. Just looks like a vortex going on in the background. Something crazy. Even another person walking in the background. Evil. 1 a black and 2 red. Amass 2. Then the army you amass deals damage equal to its power to each non-army creature. To amass, put 2 1/1 counters on that army creature you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. So at least you do 2 damage to each non-army creature. By Victor Anime Mingus. Crazy. Crazy art. That is the rare. Got an island and a zombie army token. Got Liliana again. Quite a few packs left to go. Really interesting set. A lot of great power, to be honest, right here. Got Samus Sprint again. Got a Martyr for the Cause again. Got Naga Eternal, 2 and a blue. Zombie Naga, looks like some sort of snake creature. Snaking around with his Egyptian-style weapons. It's a 3/2 creature by Joanne Bowden. Got a Goblin Assailant, 1 and a red. Goblin running at you, crazy big ears, very green skin. Looks like an explosion happened in the background. It's a creature, Goblin War, it's a 2/2. Just really great for Goblin Tribal. Got a Shriek Diver, 2 and a black. Just diving right at you. Looks like Ra, some sort of god, Egyptian god. Creature, zombie, bird, warrior. It's flying. Pay 1, gains haste until end of turn. It's a 2/1 creature by Pjort Dura. Got Courage in Crisis again. Got the Stone Blades. Got Epiphany, 3 and a blue. Scry 4, then draw 2 cards. Wow, that's pretty cool. You get a Scry 4, decide whatever card you want to draw. By Luke Hurwitz. Tamios, flying in the sky, in the clouds. Got a Banehound, that's the foil I got. The foils definitely feel way thicker. You can even hear it. Kind of. Then the cards, got a Trusted Pegasus again. Again, Storm Cadetal, 4 and a green. No, I don't think I got this. Until end of turn, creatures control get +2/+2 and gain whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, defending player controls. Sorcery, it's a sorcery speed, and if you get some damage through, destroy some artifacts or enchantments. How cool is that? Sorcery by Grzorgi Ruthawisky. Not sure to pronounce that name. Got Pledge of Unity, 1 a green and a white. Instant. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Gain 1 life for each creature you control. Look at that. Everyone's with Gideon. He's got a sword in the sky. They're all giving him power. You got a Johnny in the background. You got the Tin Man as well. And the whole sound is there to help them by Chris Rallis. Looks like I got another Planeswalker. I got Dovin, Hand of Control. 2 in a blue or white. Legendary Planeswalker Dovin. Got some Thopters coming out of him. -1. Until your next turn, prevent all damage that will be dealt to 2 and dealt by targeted permanents and opponent controls. It's a 5. Artifact, instant, and sorcery spells your opponent cast cost 1 more to cast. Interesting, so make it a little bit harder for them to cast some artifact, instant, and sorceries, and also prevent damage that a creature would deal by a permanent. Interesting. And I also got Stovert, Devkirin Lich. 1/2 green, 1/2 black and a green. Legendary creature, zombie elf wizard. Wow, zombie elf wizard. That's great for tribal right there. 5/4 trample. When it deals combat damage to player, planeswalker, return it to your hand. Return to your hand target creature or planeswalker card in your graveyard that wasn't put there this combat. It's a 5/4, and you can return creature from your hand, from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty cool. Ah, wonderful card. This is drawn by Igor Kiriluk. And then the planes and the zombie army token as well. I don't think you can get 2 planeswalkers in a pack unless one of them's foil. It'd be cool if you get an uncommon and a rare planeswalker or mythic one in your pack as well. Got myself a Blind Blast, 2 and a red instant. Deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature can't be blocked this turn and has draw card by Siddharth Kathurevidi. Hard to pronounce some of these names. Interesting blinding light just coming on. He's got his sword in his arm and he's covering his eyes. Definitely can't see. Got a battlefield promotion. You're promoted. 1 and a white instant. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That creature gains first strike until end of turn and gain 2 life by Scott Murphy. Giving her a new helmet. You are promoted. Got a vampire opportunist. 1 and a black. 6 and a black. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. It's a 2/1 creature. Interesting. And she's feasting off of the zombie tokens, but you have to pay a whole lot to gain 2 life. Got a steady aim. 1 and a green. Untap target creature gets +1/+4 and gains reach till end of turn. Healthy enough to take down the giant dragon. Look at that. She's on the top of this building, archering this giant beast right there. Even a zombie, a mass dragon. By Ralph Horsley. Instant speed as well. Obnix's Cruelty. Totally lost. Really fun art right here. Got Law Rune Enforcer. 1 white. Creature, human soldier. 1 tap. Target creature. Tap target creature. Convert a mana cost 2 or greater. It's a 1/2, but you can only tap bigger creatures. Got his Ring of Protection to tap whatever you want by Eric Dishkamps. Got Burning Prophet again. Got Relentless Advance. Got a Centaur Nurturer again. Got a Bolt Bend. 3 and a red. All this energy. Lightning bolts just shocking this very Egyptian style creatures, I would say. Instant. This spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, so it can be only 1 red. Change target spell or ability with a single target, so redirect whatever spell you want to whatever you want by Stefdalin Velnov. Cool art. Really like the blues. Looks like I got myself Ugin's Conjurant. It has X in its cost. How cool is that? It's a spirit monk. It's a creature. The 0/0 enters the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it. So whatever you pay comes in with that. If damage will be dealt to it while it has a 1/1 counter on it, prevent the damage and remove that many 1/1 counters from the Conjurant. By Ryan Yi. This is a really great card. Pay as many men as you want, and when it's dealt damage, just remove a counter. This lady's got Ugin's horns on and green eyes. Cool. I got Ardalin, Voice of the Pack, 4 and 2 green. Got a bunch of wolves in the background. How cool is that? Got a horde of wolves, and they're all like kind of attached by these strings, like they're their leads. Legendary Planeswalker Arlen. Each creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. How great is that? This would be great for my werewolf deck. Honestly, gotta update that. Create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, and it comes with a 7 loyalty. It doesn't have a +1, only a -2, and you can make some wolves. But since you create a 2/2, it comes in as a 3/3, and this is by Ryan Handcoast. Great card right there. Interesting. What is this? This is an interesting. It's a vehicle. I was gonna say the border is very interesting. Got Silent Submersible 2 blue artifact vehicle. When it deals combat damage to a player, planeswalker draw a card and has crew 2. It's a 2/3. It'd be cool if there's an ability called like Swim. Only creatures with Swim can block other creatures with Swim. Cool. Shot by Daniel Lundgren. Cool art. This is a rare. Got a forest and a zombie token as well. Got 3 more packs. Hope you all are doing wonderful today. Hope you're sticking with this video. I know they're longer, but I really like to enjoy the openings and check out all the cards. Got another Goblin Assailant. Got Makeshift Battalion, 2 and a white. Creature, human soldier. 1 makeshift battalion and at least 2 other creatures attacks. Put a 1/1 counter on makeshift battalion. It's a 3/2. And if you're attacking with a bunch, it gets stronger. By Zoltan Boros. Cool. All types of people fighting together. Look at his head. It's got some spikes in it. Got a snare spinner, 1 and a green creature spider with a reach. When it blocks creature with flying, gets +2/+0 until end of turn, so it becomes a 3/3 if you block a flyer. How cool is that? By Young Hao Han. Got Toll of the Invasion, 2 and a black. Looks like the demons are getting to his head. Very depressed, crazy looking wall. Got some faces in the wall, some energy coming out from his head. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. That's awesome. And amass 1. And you also make a token by Joe Slutcher. Got an Erratic Visionary, 1 in a blue. We got this experimental guy with some energy balls going on right here, like a Leyden jar. Got lightning coming into his hand. He's got an idea, holding up his finger. Draw a card, then discard a card. So it's a loot for a blue and a 1. And it's a 1/3 creature. Got an Enforcer Griffin, 4 and a white flying creature griffin. It's a 3/4. Throwing these blue guys around like it's nothing. Giant Griffin got his protective amulet on his chest or something like that. By Johan Grenner. Got another Reaver. Got another Demolish, destroy land. Got another Law Rune Enforcer. Defiant Strike. Just striking this weapon, completely breaking the weapon. Got energy and sparks coming from their sword. Very strong. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And then draw a card. So card draw and a little bit of strength for an instant speed for 1 white mana. This is drawn by Gabor Skizgzai. Got a Merfolk Skydiver. How cool is that? Green and a blue. It's a 1/1 creature with flying. When Merfolk Skydiver enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That's awesome. And you can also proliferate for 3, a green and a blue. So you can proliferate for 5. That's awesome. That's so cool. What a great card by Sarah Winters. And it gives some Merfolk some flying abilities. Got a Bond of Insight, 3 in a blue. Sorcery. Each player puts the top 4 cards of their library to the graveyard. Return up to 2 instant and sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Exile Bond of Insight. So each mill yourself a little bit, and then you return an instant sorcery from your graveyard. Interesting. Got the dragon symbol right there. This guy standing in the background by Joel Solter. Looks like I got some sort of Merfolk. Kira. Looks like Kiora. Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner, riding the Leviathan, 2, a green or a blue. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. It has -1 ability, untap target permanent. It comes with 7 loyalty, a whole bunch of loyalty. So big creatures make you draw cards, and you can untap a permanent. By Jamie Jones. Cool. And it looks like I got Ignite the Beacon. They're igniting the beacon. Got a Johnny screaming his mind out. Some other planeswalkers in the background. 4 and a white. Instant. Search your library for up to 2 planeswalker cards. Reveal them. Put them in your hand. Then shuffle your library. So for 5 mana, look for some planeswalker. That's cool. Salamir Maneki. Great card. Tutor up some planeswalkers. Looks like I got 2 more packs. Really like this set. Really powerful, honestly. Some of these cards are just incredibly powerful, especially for some sacrifices decks. But Ashnalki's Skulker. Looks like disappearing into the night sky, and his face is just disintegrating. 4 in a blue. Creature Nightmare. 3 in a blue. Can't be blocked this turn. It's a 3/5. And it's a nightmare. This is drawn by Liva Prema. Got Invading Manticore, 5 in a red. Creature Zombie Manticore. When it enters the battlefield, amass 2. It's a 4/5, and it comes into the battlefield. You with either a 2/2 zombie army token, or you make a new one, or you add on the 2 counters to another one. This is by Jahan Ko. Got Kaya's Ghost Form, 1 black. Enchant creature planeswalker control. When enchanted permanent dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. That's a great card. You put it on a planeswalker, even if they exile it or kill it, you just put it right on the battlefield again. This is a great card. That's a really good card. And it's a common. Incredible. The power on there is crazy. By Johan Granter. Got a New Horizons, 2 and a green. Enchant land. Enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. That's cool. And enchant land has add 2 mana of any one color. So adds a bunch of mana and gives some power and toughness to a creature. Beautiful fall leaves going on right there. By Ipton Zan. Got Sarkhan's Catharsis, 4 in a red. Instant. Deals 5 damage to target player and planeswalker. These dragon heads on our arm, just emitting all this fire on his arm, emitting all that fire. Boom. Vraska's Finisher. How cool is that? Enters the battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. That was dealt damage this turn. It's a 3/2. You want to play it in after you play an attack phase. Coming from the forest. Cool art by Igor Kiriluk. Got a Shelia's Silverwing, 4 generic artifact creature Drake. It's a 2/3 creature with flying. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top card of target opponent's library. Flying in the sky, some Servo Dragon. Got a Bloom Hulk, 3 and a green, creature plant elemental. When it enters the battlefield, it's proliferate. It's a 4/4. Just a big old beast running through the forest by Evan Amundsen. Got a Charmed Stray, 1 white. Beautiful little cats running there, very furry. Love the sunset in the background. Charmed by Chris Rahan. It's a 1/1 with lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature control named Charmed Stray. So you definitely want to put this in the deck with other Charmed Strays. Cool. Got a Avon Eternal. It's 2 and a blue. Zombie bird warrior with flying. Enters the battlefield, amass 1, and it's a 2/2 creature. That's pretty sweet. So it comes in the battlefield with a friend. The Johan Grenier. Got a Despark, white and a black. Exile target permanent with converted mana cost 4 or greater. It's an instant speed and you can exile something for 2 mana. That's incredible. The powers are crazy. So they're trying to rip the soul out of Ugin, it looks like. Will they do it? Not sure. Salamir Menkai. Looks like that's an uncommon. Got Rally of the Wings. Rally of Wings, 1 and a white instant. Untap all creatures you control. Creatures you control with flying get +2/+2 until end of turn. Magali Villeneuve. Not sure how to pronounce some of these names. Bear with me. Really cool art. These angels are just diving down. Pretty sure this is the lady on the back of the box right here. Yes, it is. Cool. So give your card some strength. Got Gleaming Overseer, 1 a blue and a black. Zombie Wizard. Enters the battlefield, amass 1. It's a 1/4. Zombie tokens you control have hexproof and menace. Wow, it makes them hard to get rid of. By Volkan Baga. That's pretty sweet. This is a great card. That's a great card. Alright, my battery just died, and I'm back. And we just went over this card, Gleaming Overseer. And then the rare I got looks to be Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, another rare planeswalker. It is 2, a white and a black, legendary planeswalker Sorin. As long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. Interesting. +2, Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. So some plink off some players or planeswalkers. -X, return target creature card with the converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. This is drawn by Tommy Arnold. It's 4 loyalty when it comes in. This crazy bloodthirst vampire running around with blood just spewing everywhere. Crazy. Nice little planeswalker. Looks like another planeswalker right there. A swamp and a wizard. And I'm on to the last little pack right here. Let's just open this up and see what the last pack contains. So far, I don't think I got a mythic, but that's alright. Got Makeshift Battalion again. Got Continuous Plan, 1 and a blue. Proliferate and draw a card. How cool is that? Got some scrolls on there. They're doing some devious thing. Veraska, Jace, I'm not sure who's that in the background. By Eric Dishcamps. Got Forced Landing, 1 and a green. Put target creature with flying on the bottom of its owner's library. Literally put it on the very bottom of its library. Got the vines wrapped around this dragon. That's an army token. Throw it to the ground by Svetlin Velanov. Got Catharsis again. Got a Bloom Hulk again. Got another Silverwing. Got Obnix's Cruelty. Another Totally Lost. Got a Lanru Enforcer again. Getting some duplicates. Got a Bleeding Edge, 1 and 2 black sorcery. Up to 1 target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn, and amass 2. Got the blue, very interesting. Their color they chose for these zombie army tokens, crazy. Got the gold hammer by Mike Burek. I got myself, that's an uncommon, Heartwarming Redemption, 2 a red and a white. Discard our cards in your hands, then draw that many cards +1. You gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. Interesting. By Howard Lyon. It's a reunion. Everyone's happy. They got food. Looks like bread. Now giving out hugs. Looks like Gideon. Interesting. Looks like I got a Nissa's Triumph. 2 green. Sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards. So for forest. If you control Nissa Planeswalker, insert your library up for 3 land cards. Reveal those cards. Put them in your hand. Then shuffle your library. This is by Kieran Yanner. So it's really for forest, and if you control Nissa, you can have other land cards. You got the green eye of her, nice little face, and then it looks like she turned this giant robot into trees. This is by Kieran Yanner. It looks like I got myself a Teferi. Teferi Time Raveler. 1 a white and a blue. Legendary Planeswalker Teferi. Got Teferi running around there, doing his blue energy. Almost looks like a black vortex opening up right there in the corner into space. and he looks like he's literally floating, and the city's in the background on its side, twisting the world around. Very interesting. I don't know how that works. A building is facing this way, and it's also facing this way. Crazy. Each opponent can't cast spells at Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they can cast a sorcery. Gets rid of instant speed. +1 until your next turn. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. That's cool. -3. Return up to one target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand and draw a card. It comes in the 4 loyalty by Chris Rallis. Great card right there. And I did get another foil. Got a Mayhem Devil. 1 a black and a red. It's a devil. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. It's a 3/3. That's pretty cool. By Dmitry Burmak. So this puts a hold on some decks with sacrifice or something like that, because if they're sacrificing a creature, you can have it deal 1 damage to them. How cool is that? Really great. Nice little foil, an island, and an assassin. So honestly, I have a lot of fun opening up these bundles. I know these videos are longer, but I really like to check out the card and all the art and just see some of the new mechanics and new abilities. It looks like this set had the ability Amass, which is a really cool ability, I would say. You can make some crazy big zombie army tokens. It'd be cool if each time you could just amass and have a bunch of multiple ones, but instead it just kind of combines them into one big thing. Very interesting that you can have a planeswalker in every pack. Yeah, I got 10 planeswalkers here. I got 2 rare. And actually, I got 3 rare planeswalkers, and then the rest were uncommons, and 7 uncommons. I got some rares right here. This is a really cool art. I kind of didn't realize that the vehicle borders were different. You got kind of blue and brown right there. I thought that was very interesting. Some of the art on this is very crazy. This one is a fun card as well. The Plane Wide Celebration. They celebrate the victory. Got 2 little foils right here. I really like the foils. You can see his eyes kind of gleaming. And this crazy little devil one right here. Bunch of commons. Looks like Proliferate's a really big thing in this set. I got myself the black dice right here. The really nice storage box as well. And just a lot of powerful cards in this set. Really interested to see how it goes. It'd be cool if I opened up the Liliana, but I didn't. You gotta be happy with what you get, and I am happy. I would say my favorite card that I got, honestly, probably some of these planeswalkers. Maybe this one right here. Arlen, Voice of the Pack. I want to put this in my werewolf deck. It makes some 2/2 green wolf creature tokens and gives all werewolves and wolves an additional 1/1 counter when they enter the battlefield. So that's really cool. And this pumps out 2/2 green wolves, so it can make 3/3 tokens because it enters in with an additional counter. This is a great card as well, and you can proliferate, add some more counters on that. Really awesome. Give you a nice little stack of lands, small little pamphlet of well, I guess little card information right here, and just a lot of fun opening this up. Hope you guys made it to the end of this video. Kind of enjoy these things. Let me know if you liked it, and thanks for stopping by. I just want to say thanks for all the support, all the love, and I'll catch you all on the next one.